Okay, Chelsea, it's been a while. Coronavirus has settled down. We're back in full swing. And I want to ask you about Google trying to open a bank. What do you think about Google trying to open a bank?
I think I think Google is trying to dip their toes into a little bit of everything. Couple pros, couple cons.
Okay, what are they?
So pro, I don't know about you, but I use Gmail, I use Google Photos, Google Drive, Google Maps, like everything Google. But I don't use anything as far as like banking. So maybe having everything all together might be more beneficial, have like a one-stop shop.
It would be convenient, yeah.
But then that's kind of like a con as well, where everything I have is tied to Google. So it's so easy that if like Google gets hacked or Google gets compromised by an outside company that's trying to take over, I don't know, like literally they have access to everything I have.
Yeah. My two big things is, firstly, I think it'd be amazing. I think if Google took over banking, Google would make banking enjoyable and easy again, and very streamlined. However, one, I don't trust Google because of what they're doing, like censoring people on YouTube and that kind of thing. And secondly, I think it just lends too much to that whole monopoly thing.
Yeah.
You know, kind of in the past, like where Standard Oil owned all of the oil, so they had to break them up. I don't know.
I don't know. One huge conglomerate company like Google now entering into the banking system. It's like, okay, are you going to loan people money? How are you going to make money off of this? At what point did you guys decide that this was actually a good idea and that it'd be profitable for you to do this?
Why do you think they're doing it now?
You know, I don't know. A lot of times I think it's because like maybe the Federal Reserve is like shelling out tons of money so that they would have access to more money that people could borrow from to make more interest on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's a little kooky idea that somebody came up with in a boardroom meeting, and why not? Because we have the infrastructure to do it.
I'm going to read some of this to the viewers here. It says, Google will soon offer checking accounts to consumers. The project is expected to launch next year with accounts run by Citigroup and Credit Union at Stanford University, a tiny lender in Google's backyard. The big tech firm inserted itself back into the news this month with the announcement of 6 new partners and a new target date of 2021 for the offering. The prospects of a Google checking account raises 2 questions. 1, exactly what is it? And 2, do consumers want a Google checking account? Either nobody knows or they're not telling. So it will be interesting to see if this is actually successful. The cool thing about Google is they have no problem trying crazy ideas.
Right.
They tried to offset, if you remember, they tried to break Facebook by doing, was it called Google Plus?
I think that sounds right.
Was that their social media thing?
I think so.
And it completely failed.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I guess we'll see how this pans out. My biggest concern, like I said, is if they actually do this, that they're going to be so successful that they actually there'll be too much of a monopoly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to jump ship on my current bank just to go try it out. I'll let other people test the waters before I decide to dive in.
Yeah, and I guess you say that, and that actually brings up another concern. What about local credit unions? Like, local credit unions are by and for and of the community. If some Silicon Valley tech startup comes in, are they just going to wipe out credit unions even more than what's already kind of happening?
I don't know. I think that with the crisis right now, I think that people are going more towards that like all-in-one tech, all-online, anything I can like the click of my fingers. And so not having to like go to the credit union or the credit union not having as high tech technology. I don't know. I think.
Don't forget also that one of the fastest growing slices within the tech industry is fintech, financial technology.
Yes.
So this would really actually make sense for Google Google's one of those companies that their balance sheet is amazing. They've got so much cash. They could just start acquiring fintech startups like crazy.
Right.
Visa recently did that. Visa has been acquiring fintech startups like crazy. And again, if data really is the new oil, the amount of data you would have on someone for their home loans, their student loans, their checking accounts, their credit cards, their online online shopping, everything.
I mean, I already feel like Google knows me way too well.
Yeah, I do too. In fact, now that we talked this out, I'm actually completely against this.
I don't want this at all.
Go for it, Google. Try it, but I'm not going to become a customer.
Yeah, I'm not signing up.